Today I'm going to show you a resistant band upper body workout. So this includes chest, lats, rhomboids, shoulders. So we're going to be doing some rear delt flies. We're going to be doing some biceps and triceps. So in case you don't know who I am, I'm Brent Kasmer. I've been doing this for over 17 years. And due to circumstances, whether you're on vacation or stuck at home, I want to make sure that you feel like you can get a great upper body workout, one that you feel like you got in a gym setting at home using your resistance bands. So let's go ahead and get started, all right? So we're going to start off with a wide grip pull-up, okay? So there's a couple ways to do this. Obviously there's a simple way and then there's a more difficult way. One is if you would throw the bands up over the branch and you can stick your foot in the actual handles and do a pull-up. You can get the same resistance doing a pull down, and all you need is you can use a post, so like a post that goes up your stairs, or a tree just like I have right here. So you would hook this around the tree. The rep ranges are going to be 10 on this one. So you'll lay on your stomach, and I'm going to be doing a wide grip pull down. So just like so. The cool thing is you need to make it a little harder. You just scoot back and just pulling down outside your body and back up. And working that good tempo. And the resistance bands are great for many reasons. Obviously, as you hit that peak contraction on the muscle is when the bands are actually at the hardest point, okay? So we'll get up. The next exercise is a chest dip. So I brought out some stools right here. So these are some bar stools that are outside. You can use, there's so much stuff. So anyways, chest dip. We just put them about 30 inches apart. Do you need to measure? No. And if you typically would use weights, just change the tempo. Change the time that you're going down. So if you did a slow negative motion and then a slow positive motion, you'll get challenged to all degrees. So you just want to make sure that you're changing it up, changing your tempo. The slower you do it, the harder it is. And then we'll go right to a pullover. So we're going to grab those same bands. Make sure I got the same color. You're going to lay down on your back. And a pullover is just like this. So straight arms, stretching back, pulling over. Just like so. So this is your banded pullover. Engaging the bottom of your chest. This helps to round your chest up. And then also it engages your lats as well. All right. So those would be the first three exercises. If you can't do a chest dip, I do want to show you can actually just keep your feet on the floor. So say a chest dip's too hard, keep your legs on the floor. And help use your legs to push yourself up also. So that way you can ease your way into doing those also. All right, we're gonna move on. So the next exercises, so we started off, it was wide grip pull downs or pull ups, chest dips, and pullovers, okay, all with the resistance bands. The next one's gonna be doing a chest fly. So chest fly, do the same thing. Wrapping around the tree, just like this, and then you're just gonna come out into a big hug. So you want a slight bend in your elbows. Your arms aren't straight out, locked out, okay? So slight bend in your elbows, and I always tell people it's almost like you're hugging a tree. So big hug forward. You don't wanna throw your body into it, but you wanna make sure you're squeezing the muscle, good control, squeeze, good control, squeeze. Okay, so this is your chest fly. And then we're gonna go into a single arm row. So 2 ways. Fun way to do it, obviously keeping the band on there. Single arm row, standing, driving your elbow back, keeping it alongside your body. Good control. So another fun way to do it, slipping the handle through the other handle. And you can actually hold a side plank, so you'd be working your obliques at the same time, holding a side plank and rowing up over top of your shoulder. Squeezing your rhomboids also the center of your back. Okay? So this is working the middle of your back. Side plank, keeping your hip up high, so don't let your hip drop, lay on the ground. And if you need a little assistance, you just take your top leg, hook it up over top, and it helps you to keep that hip nice and high also. Okay? So that'd be your single arm row. And then everybody's favorite word in the whole wide fitness world is burpee. So squatting down, kick your feet back, and pumping it up, okay? So 10 burpees. So chest flies, single arm row, and then also a burpee. So those would be your 3 exercises in that circuit. Sweet, we're moving on. So we got our 3rd circuit is gonna be your reverse fly. So obviously you had your chest fly, you're facing that way. Reverse fly would be the reverse way. So holding the bands up, going back. Couple ways to do it. One like this, keeping the bands on their own sides and going straight out with it. Or you can even crisscross the bands. That way it's pulling your hands even more into a narrow grip, and then straight out with them. Straight out with them. And just like I was stating in previous videos, if you haven't been following me, if you want to make these bands more difficult, just make sure you just double them up. So take 2 colors. I don't know if I'd be able to demonstrate it with this exercise because it's a tougher exercise. But for instance, you would take both bands and you would hold both handles if you had 2 bands. We also recommend getting handles with clasps on them, so that way you can actually hook 2 bands into one handle. But then you would just do that right there for your reverse fly. Doubling those bands up. Obviously you're seeing how difficult it is for me. So it's bam, barely even making a move because they're so tough. Come on, Brent. All right, so that'd be your reverse fly. And then we'll go into our bicep curl. Same thing. Can double the bands up. 1 foot on, you want to keep your other foot behind and just curling up, keeping those elbows in front of you, nice and tall. Try not to roll your shoulders into it. Keeping your wrists right, nice and straight. Also, if this is still too easy and you do only have 1 band, you can just walk away from the tree and curl it to you like this. So that way you can get that same strength into that movement. All right, the last one's gonna be an overhead tricep press. So this time, you're gonna stand on the band. Other foot does go in front. Don't pick your heel up or the band will go flying behind you. We're just gonna go keeping those elbows in tight, straight up with it. Working your triceps. So if that's too difficult, You'll just stand on the band with your one foot. You'll take both hands on the one handle and just come in behind you and tricep pressing like this. That eases the tension on it, makes it a little easier until you build up to using both handles. And you can progressively make it easier the closer you stand to the handle. And then also, if it's still too tough, for two handles, you can make it tighter by standing closer to the handle that you're using. All right, one other way for your tricep, just in case neither of those work, we can go to a kickback, which is like this. Hooking the bands in, right into tricep kickbacks, like so. Woo! All right. So just in case you didn't understand, that is a resistance band upper body workout. So we're still working that strength. We're working those rep ranges. We're only doing reps of 10. So you do want to get that power, that strength behind it. It's great, that way you feel like you're still getting that pump that you would get at the gym with the rubber bands, with your resistant bands. So hopefully these help you get that great workout in. Don't stop your progress, with vacations or being at home. Keep it up. And in case you don't know, and you're not following me, my name is Brent Kasmer. I've been doing this 17 plus years, and I love giving you guys the content to have success. See you in the next video.